Hello everyone, this is Sandeep Rathore again. Welcome to my channel US Recruitment. This is the fourth topic of our training series. In this topic, I will discuss about three visa processing steps. In the earlier video, we already discussed what are the steps of OPT EAD. That is in topic 3 I have discussed. Now in this topic we will understand how a candidate can get H1B visa, how they can get a green card, and in the last we have some forms used for the USA taxation process. So let's move to the first topic, that is our H1B visa processing step. To understand this, we will look over the image that I have put it over the slide. So let's go through the image. The first thing is LCA and I-129. So this LCA and I-129 together filled by the candidate, and they can filed through attorney or can file through premium processing. So these two forms, LCA and petition I-129, these two forms can be filled by the premium processing or by the attorney. Premium processing is known as I-907. Attorney processing is known as G28. Right. So after filing LCA and I-129, you will get the H1B receipt. Right. USCIS provide H1B receipt that your documents has been submitted with payment and everything, with fee and everything. Your document has been submitted. This H1B receipt has 13 digits. After getting this H1B receipt, USCIS verify your document, and if everything would be fine, they will provide an approval notice. That approval notice is I-797. That means your form or your petition has been approved and you will get H1B visa. If petition is not approved, they can deny, or they can do RFP, request for proposal. Means you can again submit your document, the correct document. Those were not good or correct initially. Okay, so these are the forms used for the H1B visa processing steps. Now we will do it quickly again. Candidate will complete LCA and petition I-129. These are two forms submitted to USCIS, either with attorney processing or with premium processing. These forms submitted to USCIS. Now USCIS provide H1 receipt. If everything would be fine, documents are correct, USCIS will approve the visa and will provide I-797, that is known as approval. If form is denied, nothing can be possible. Now RFP, request for proposal, means you can submit your documents again for proposal purpose. Now there are three different types of I-797. Before this, I will explain what is LCA, what is I-129, I-907, G28 in the next slide. Let's come to the next slide. Now LCA. LCA is labor condition application. LCA has the pay rate information, location, duration, everything is in LCA. This form is known as LCA. I-29, it is a kind of petition that is filed by the non-immigrant workers for H1B visa. Just like earlier I told you, I-20 is the petition filed by the students. Same as I-129 is the petition filed by the H1B non-immigrant workers. Now, this LCA and I-129 can be processed through premium processing. So premium processing is known as I-907. And if you want to go through attorney, that process is known as G28. So G28 and I-907 is just the process that how you would like to go ahead with your current petitions. Now H1B receipt. H1B receipt, after submitting your petition, USCIS provide a receipt that your documents has been submitted, that receipt is known as H1B receipt. It has 13 digits with WSE or EAC numbers, alphabets. Now, I-797. I-797, it is a notice of action that your petition has been approved. Now, there are 3-4 types of I-797 forms. I will explain the types of I-797 in the next slide. So that is I-797 explanation. First, I-797, that simply says your application or petition has been approved by the USCIS. Now, I-797A, if USCIS provide I-797A, means your petition has been approved with I-94 attached. Means your arrival departure record is also attached. Candidate can move to US, can come and back and forth to the US. So that means I-94, we already discussed in the earlier video as well. I-94 contains the arrival and departure record. So A means I-797A means your I-94 is already attached. You can go to US, you can come back to US in your country. That is fine with A. Now I-797B. B means your petition has been approved, but no I-94 is attached. Means extension of a stay is not approved. Your extension of a stay in the US is not approved. That is said in the I-797B. Now I-797C. C is the copy here. So that is nothing. That is the original copy. Sorry, that is the copy of the original approved petition I-797. This is provided to the employer for their references. So I hope you are good with all I-797 forms. Now we will move to the next process, that is our green card processing steps. So green card processing steps, in the very first step, permanent labor certification is applied. As we already discussed, a labor certification has a pay rate information, a period, location, everything would be in the permanent labor certification. Now, candidate apply for the permanent labor certification. If their permanent labor certification has been approved, they will go through I-140 immigration petition, right? So I-140 immigration petition is the petition filed for the green card. I-129 is for H1B, I-140 is for green card. This petition is approved. If it is approved, the candidate will get I-485. Now, there are two types of I-485. One is simply EAD, work permit, means you can work in the United States. Second is advanced payroll. I will explain both types in the second slide. Now, after some waiting period, you will get your green card. So that is very simple. You have to apply for the permanent labor certification. Then you will go through the I-140 petition process. If your petition has been approved, it will go for the I-485 status. Either you will get GCEAD, you can work, or you can get the advanced payroll as well. Means you can travel to the US, you can go to India, you can come back to US. That is advanced payroll. I will explain in the next slide in detailed way. So let's go to the next slide. So the first form we saw, that is permanent labor certification. So permanent labor certification allows an employer, it is basically allows an employer to hire a foreign workers to the US, right? With this petition, employers can hire the foreign workers, means the other countries workers they can hire. And this is issued by the Department of Labor. So permanent labor certification is issued by the Department of Labor. Now I-140. I-140 is the petition that is applied with the candidates who need a green card. Right? So it is like I-129 approved by the applied by the H1B, same as I-140 is applied by the green card holders. I-485, it is an application that your permanent residency has been registered. This is a kind of registration thing, right? If this is approved, then you will get a GCEAD. With this GCEAD, this is the fourth step. With GCEAD, you can easily work into the US either on W2 or on COP to COP. We will definitely learn about tax terms as well in the next video. So you can work on W2, you can work on COP to COP, you can work with employer, you can work without any employer. So that is, everything is fine. With advanced payroll permission, if you have advanced payroll permission as well, means you can travel to the US, you can return, travel, everything. You can go to India, you can come back to US with the advanced payroll permission. And in last, you will get a green card. It is also known as a permanent resident card. So means you are the permanent resident of United States. You cannot vote in the United States. Rest, you are the resident of the United States of America. I hope we are good with the form and processing. Still, if any query, please comment me. Now, our third step is forms. The third topic is forms. So these are generally forms used for the taxation purpose. We will discuss about the forms used by the taxation purpose in the United States. In India as well, we do some taxation. We filed some forms. So the first form in this category is W4 form. W4 form basically employee provide to his employer, or would say that how many withholding have to collect from the paycheck for the federal taxes. So it will say that like how much money you can save, and you do not have to pay the taxes for particular amount. So this form says about the withholding that can be withhold from the paychecks. I will explain withholding as well. Withholding, basically it is a portion of an employee wages that is not included in their paycheck but is instead remitted directly to the federal, state or local tax authorities. So it is just kind of portion of the employee wages, right? That the candidate, just for tax saving purpose, you can understand W4 form. These forms are not very useful, but as a recruiter, we should have an idea about these forms, where we have to apply, and what kind of what is the purpose of forms. Now W2 form. W4 form is employee will send to employer. W2 is employer will send to employee, and employer will say that what is the total gross pay of the year. So W2 form has the gross pay of the employee for the particular year. Now W3. Next form is W3. So employer send this form to Social Security Administration, and it will show the total earnings. Total earning means security wages, medical wages, withholding for the employer. Everything is mentioned in the W3 forms, and that is sent by the employer to the Social Security Administration. Now, two more forms are available, W8 and W9. W8 is nothing, it is just the country of residence proof. So W8 form is just shows that you belongs to from which country. Now W9. W9 form is filled by the self-employer, self-contractor or independent contractor. Self-employed or independent contractor whose income is more than 600 in a year. So W9 form is for the independent contractor. Now two more forms, F form 940 and 941. 940 is the annual form, 941 is the quarterly form. Both forms filled by employer. I hope everything is clear on the forms as well. That is not a very important part, but processing and everything is very important. So as a recruiter, we should have an idea about the different petitions and forms. I hope we are good with that. If still has anyone any query, please comment me. And You can please like, share, and subscribe my channel US Recruitment. My name is Sandeep Rathod. Thanks. Bye. Take care.